Hello, hello. Okay. Sealed Blaze Dragon Kangshati. This unit is placed on rear. When this unit is placed on rear from hand, if you have a vanguard with Bob Sagar in its card name, sold as 1. Discard a card from hand, search your deck or drop for up to 1 arms card. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your deck, shuffle their deck. Act on rearguard circle once per turn, CB1, put an arms from vanguard circle into soul, draw. In this unit, get +5. Oops. Strike equip drag. Strike equip drag. Oops. Okay, sorry. Strike equip Dragon's Regalia. When this unit is placed on rear from hand, if you have a vanguard with Nirvana its card name, discard card from hand, search your deck for up to 1 Overdress ability. 1 card with Overdress ability or up to 1 Trickstar. Reveal and put it in your hand, shuffle. Auto, when this card becomes an original dress, CB1, choose a Trickstar from drop and call it to rear guard. Dragon 3 Wretch Drago Batical. Auto, when this unit is placed on rear, CB1, choose one of your rear guards without any Dragon 3 markers and put a Dragon 3 marker. Auto rear once per turn when your opponent's rear guard is retired during your main phase, so that's 1. Look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 1 or less unit card from among them. Call it to rear and shuffle your deck. Almagistar Astroya. Oh yeah. Almagistar Astroya Unica. When a trigger is soul blast for the cost of this unit's ability, choose one of your units and it gets +5 until end of turn. Auto on Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks, soul blast 3, bind all critical triggers soul blasted for this cost and perform all of the following according to the number of critical triggers in your bind zone. 1 or more cards, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire. 2 or more, +1 crit. 3 or more, +1 drive. Diabolos Viamad's Bruce. Beginning of battle phase, if all of your units are Diabolos, until the end of your opponent's next turn, you final rush, and if your opponent's vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you final burst. Final burst is also final rush. Auto on Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks, if you are in final burst, CB1, choose a column, stand all of your rear guards with Diabolos in their card names in that column, and they get +5. Bro is a menace right now. Zeken Yuki. Dragon 3 Wretch Demon Sherider. When this unit is placed on rear, CB1, choose one of your rear guard without any Dragon 3 markers and put a Dragon 3 marker. Act on rear guard circle once per turn. If your vanguard is grade 3 or greater, soul blast 2. Choose a grade 1 or less card from your soul, call it to rear in the same column as this unit. Blue Deathstar Skyrender Avantgarda. Act Vanguard Circle once per turn. If your soul has a Blue Deathstar Sora period, put a strategy from Order Zone into soul, draw a card, and until end of turn, this unit get +5. Then end the skill auto once on Vanguard Circle once per turn. At the end of the battle, this unit attack. If that attack hit a Vanguard or Persona Ride this turn, CB1, discard card from hand stand, and it get drive -1. Operate Master Freyheit. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if your order zone has a set order, CB1, discard a card from hand. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as your vanguard, or up to 1 product card. Reveal it and put it to hand, shuffle your deck. If If you have vanguard with well-strength card name, choose up to one product card from your hand and put it into order zone. And auto on rear, when this unit attacks a vanguard, if you have a vanguard with well-strength card name, Soul Blast 2, choose a product from order zone and operate it. Dragon 3 Wretch Lloyd Axerius, when this unit is placed on rear, CB1, choose one of your rear guard without any Dragon 3 markers and put a Dragon 3 marker. Auto rear guard circle once per turn when a set order you played from hand is put into order zone CB1. Walk top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to one unit card with a grade less than or equal to your vanguard from among them. Call it to a rear guard in the same column as this unit and shuffle your deck. Brave on Skytrimmer Rondalia. Act or rear guard circle if you have vanguard with Bastion its card name. Put this to soul, choose one of your vanguards and it gets cont. Vanguard circle. All of your grade 3 rear guards get boost on the end of turn. Act in soul. Put this card into drop. Choose one of your grade 3 rear guards and it get boost on the end of turn. Night of Plowing Dahlbreak. Auto on front row rear guard circle when your vanguard is placed on vanguard circle by the Revolve the Rest ability. Choose one of your vanguards and it gets plus 5,000 until end of turn. Auto on rear guard circle when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, so plus one card with Revel 4 minutes card team and this unit get plus 10,000 until end of battle. Dragon 3 Wretch Solda Sakab. Auto when this unit is placed, CB1, choose one of your rear guard without any Dragon 3 marker, put Dragon 3 marker. Back row rear guard circle once per turn when your rear guard is placed in the front row on the same column as this unit, CB1 and draw. Lavian Lord Granfia, Soul Blast 1, once per turn, all plant tokens on your rear guard become plant gauges. Call a Noblesse Rose token to your back row center rear guard and put all of your plant gauge on that unit. What deck do you play? Right now in Overdress I play Eva and Bastion. And then on Premium I play NLK Barrow and Musketeers. Bravery. What deck do you play from Bravery? Auto on vanguard circle at the end of the battle this unit attack. Put one or more up to a total of 5 Noble Rose tokens or plant gauges into drop. Choose one of your rear guards and it gets plus 5 on the end of turn for each card put into drop for this cost. If you put 3 or more cards into drop, standard unit. Sylvan Horn Beast Golido. Coildo. Auto on drop when your vanguard with Magnolia and discarding is placed during your right phase. If your soul does not have a Coildo, put this card into soul, choose one of your vanguards and you get plus 5 at the end of turn. Excuse me. Auto back row rear guard circle when this unit attacks, this unit gets plus 10,000 at the end of battle. At the end of the battle, if this unit is in the center column, retire and draw. Dragon 3 Wretch Beast Ayatbas. Auto when this unit is placed on rear guard circle, CB1, choose one of your rear guards without any Dragon 3 markers, Dragon 3 marker. Act rear guard circle once per turn if your vanguard is grade 3 or greater, CB1, Soul Blast 1, choose a normal order from your drop and put it into your hand. This is CB, Soul Blast 1. Dragon 3 of Ecliptic Decimation. Grifogila. Count vanguard circle during your turn. This unit get plus 5 for each Dragon 3 marker. If you have 3 or more Dragon 3 markers, this get plus 1 for it. Auto vanguard circle once per turn when this unit attacks a vanguard. choose a face-up Calamity card from your right deck and remove it. And remove it. If you did not remove a card, choose a over trigger from your right deck, reveal it, and activate all of its trigger effects and additional effects. Remove it and stand all of your rear guards on rear guard with a Dragon 3 marker. Hunting Gatling of the Storm Virus. Auto when this unit is placed on rear guard circle if you have a vanguard with Eugene in its card name CB1, and discard a card from hand. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 normal order without Regalis piece. Reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Auto rear guard circle once per turn. When your opponent's rear guard is retired by your card's ability during your main phase, soul +1. Stand this unit and this unit get boost. Oh. Pierce equipped Dragon Halbedos. When this unit is placed on rear guard circle from hand, if you have a vanguard with Nirvana in its card name CB1 and put a card with Virina in its card name from drop on the bottom of your deck. Look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them with Virina in its card name, reveal it and put it to hand and shuffle. If you did not reveal a card, counter charge. So on place. It's a prayer dragon. Desolate Spark Dragon. Desolate Spark Dragon. When this unit attacks a vanguard, if you persona round soul +1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it, and this unit gets +5,000 until end of the battle. Your opponent chooses 3 normal units from their drop and binds them. Seal Break Dragon. If your vanguard has an arms, put this to soul. Choose a Sealed Blaze Sword, Pretty V, or a Sealed Blaze Gun Chandra from Vanguard Circle, and the cost of all original auto abilities of that card is reduced by CB until end of turn. So grade 1. Kids Big Griffin. On place, if you have Vanguard with Almagister in its card name, choose 2 trigger units from your drop, put them to soul, and then con rear guard circle or guardian circle. If your bind zone has a critical trigger, this unit gets +5 K power and shield. Clean Sweep Dragon. Act once per turn. If you persona road this turn, CB1, choose up to a total of 3 of your or your opponent's rear guards, and you and your opponent put the chosen rear guards into your own souls, and this unit get +5 until end of turn for each card chosen by this effect. Azul Wild Flame Frenadio. Auto on rear guard circle. When this attacks a vanguard, if you have a vanguard with Barrow Magnus in its card name, put another rear guard into soul. And choose one of your opponent's rear guards and put it into soul. And if your opponent's rear guard was not put into soul, this unit get +10. Diabolos Knuckler Jamil. Rear guard and guardian circle. If you're in final burst, this unit get +10k power and 5k shield. And this unit is placed on rear guard circle. If your vanguard is Diabolos Bruce, CB1, soul charge 1. You choose up to 1 grade 3 or less normal unit with Diabolos in its card name from soul and call to open. Halten Vogel. The Halten Vogel, auto when this unit is placed on the rear, CB1, so just one, search your deck or drop for up to 1 grade 3 set order, reveal it and put it in your hand, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. Once per turn, when your set order is put into order zone, this unit get +5 on the Enlightened Age Dragon. Guard circle once per turn. If you persona road this turn, so +1 discard, and this unit get +5 on the end of turn. Choose a set order from drop, put it to hand, and choose a set order from your drop with a different card name. And then choose a set order from your drop with different card name from the card that was put into your hand by this effect. And put it into hand, so you get get 2 set orders from Galactic B Hero Gonzalos. When this card is discarded from hand for the cost of ability of a base in your order zone, CB1, on discard the rear, choose a card with B Hero and discard it from your drop and scout it to your base. Circle during turn. If your order zone has 2 or more bases, this unit gets +10. Gavidia Claxton. When this unit boosts, a vanguard with non-trigger in this card name, CB1, discard a card from hand. Choose one of your vanguards and it gets, if no trigger units were put into your trigger zone this turn, this unit gets +1 drive for the end of turn. Decisive Heavenly Axe Delibere auto rearguard circle when this unit attack. When this unit's attack or the attack it boosted hits a vanguard, look at top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with plus in its card name from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you reveal the card and this unit is in the back row, retire this unit. Gloria Storm Dragon. Act rearguard circle once per turn. If you persona road this turn, CB1, your opponent puts all of their rearguards in the same column as this unit on the bottom of their deck in any order. This unit gets +5. Whoa. It's pretty good against other decks. Resentment's Dragon, Grade 2. When this unit is placed on the rear guard by a card's ability, so it has 2 counter charge and this unit gets +5. It's like Dindrain skill. Knight of Vanquish Bow's Field. Back row center rear guard. When your vanguard is placed on vanguard by the Revoltress ability, stun this unit and this unit gets +10. It's not bad, but there's just no space in Youth Perk. Sylvan-Horn Beast, Winsapu. Deck or hand. If you have a grade 2 or greater vanguard with Sylvan-Horn Beast in its card name, different from this card gets a grade -1. And if your vanguard with Magnolia in its card name was placed this turn, this unit gets +10,000. 23k. Tideline Dragon, rearguard circle once per turn. If you persona row this turn, soul +1, choose one of your other units, and that unit and this unit get +10 until end of turn. Run Orangerine. Auto, when this unit is placed on rear, call plant token. Front row rearguard circle. At the beginning of battle phase, if you have vanguard with the Grand Phoenix card name, you may call a plant token to rearguard circle. Dear Knight Erianthe. Act rearguard circle once per turn. If you have a vanguard with Flagberg and Scarb name, CB1, discard a card from hand, choose a grade 3 or less card from drop, call it to rear, and it gets +5,000 until end of turn. It's not bad, but it's a discard. I think it call anything. Green Scaled Flame Knight Statue, confront row rearguard circle. If your vanguard was not attacked this turn, all of your rearguards cannot be hit. Also, anti-damage deny. So we're on the rares now. Winged Dragon Persutera. Auto on rearguard circle. When this unit boosts, soul +1. Choose a unit boosted by this unit, and it gets on vanguard or rearguard circle. When this unit attack hits a vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. So good for standing vanguards. Stealth Fiend Temarihime. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if your vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's vanguard's grade, this unit gets shield +10. So you can use this, then you even go second. 20k-ish. Or against Tritex. Clad in Prayer. Play this if you have Vanguard with Nirvana and card name, one or more units each in the overdress state and the cross overdress state. To choose one of your units in the overdress state, and it gets auto rearguard circle once per turn when your Vanguard attacks. So in the overdress state, it gets once per turn when your Vanguard attacks. Stand this unit until end of turn. Choose one of your units in the cross overdress state, and he gets +10 until end of turn. Self-aware Spring Source Oakwa. When this unit is put into soul from rearguard circle, CB1, put this to hand. Steam Scara Zargon. When this unit boosts, choose a unit boosted by this unit and it gets auto vanguard rearguard circle. When this unit attacks a vanguard, choose up to 2 cards from your drop and put them to soul until end of turn. Direful Doll Charmaine. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard's grade, this unit gets shield +10,000. Prison Luring Lamp. Play this with CB1, soul +3. Choose up to 3 cards with different grades from your drop and put them into soul. If your soul has 4 or more cards with different cards name have different grades, draw a card. Lady Fencer of Quantum Regression. Rearguard Circle. If your order zone has 2 or more cards, this unit gets +5,000. One who pierces Transient Causality. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard's grade, this unit gets +10,000 shield at the end of battle. Assault Flight Carrier. Assault Flight Carrier Lubetzal. After a set order is played, put into order zone. When this card is put into order zone, if you have Vanguard with Blitz and this card name, draw, soul charge 1 and operate. And when you operate it, order zone, when this card is operated, if If it is your main phase, look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card from among them with grade less than or equal to your vanguard. Call it the rear and shuffle your deck. If it's your battle phase, draw a card. Disruption Strategy Kill Shroud. When this card is put into soul from the order zone, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Choose one of your vanguards and it gets +5 until end of turn. Crystallized Dragon. When this unit intercepts, choose one of your back row rear guards and move it to guarding circle. Magic of Auspicious Signs, Tataril. When this card is revealed during your drive check, you may call this card one open rear. If you do, this unit gets boost until the end of turn. Affectionate Harp Angel. So it's the counter heal again for the grade, higher grade. Renowned Phalanx. Play disc with cost CB1. If you have 5 or more grade 2 or less rear guards, your opponent puts all of their front row rear guards on the bottom of their in any order. Farming Pumpkin, act rear guard circle once per turn. If you have a vanguard with Grand Fee on its card name, sold as 1, call a plant token to rear. If your vanguard is grade 3 or greater, call up to 2 plant tokens instead of 1. Borrow Mushrooms, put a soul, call 2 plant tokens to rear. If you have a grade 3 or greater vanguard with Grand Fee on its card name, choose one of your rear guards and get +5. Narcissus Noble, Neil TJ. So counter heal again. Prolific Oranges. Play this CB1, call up to 2 plant tokens to rear. So yeah, that's it. CB1, call up to 2 plant tokens. We're in the commons. Stalwart Lance Dragon. When this unit attack hits a grade 3 or greater vanguard, choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards and retire them. Saw Equip Chain Zone. Saw Equip Dragon Chain Zone. When this card is discarded from hand during your turn, if you have a vanguard with Nirvana in its card name, CB1, sold as 1. Choose a card with Varina in its card name from your drop and put it into your hand. Seal Blaze Dragon Anugam. Caught drop. If you have a vanguard with Bob Sagar in its card name, this card is regarded as grade 1. Hopping Bullet of Dust Storm Hanadi. When this unit is placed on rear guard from deck, this unit gets +10,000 until the end of turn. Blaze Maiden Addison. When this unit attacks a vanguard, if your opponent has 3 or less rear guards, Soul Blast 2, and this unit gets +5 until end of battle. And if your opponent has 1 or less rear guards, it gets +10 instead of +5. Mace Equipped Dragon Mazenalba. During the battle, this unit boosted a unit with original dress. This unit gets +5. And this unit is placed on rear. Stealth Dragon Raspier. When this unit is placed on rear guard, if your opponent's bind zone has a card, soul charge, and this unit gets +2. Blaze Maiden Madison. When this unit boosts a Blaze Maiden Addison, you may soul charge 2. Diabolo Striker Greg. So people actually use this from a rear guard circle when you final burst, soul blast 2 counter charge, and this unit gets +5. Roll next Cerberus. If you have vanguard with Manchester in its card name, CB1, choose 2 trigger units from your drop, put them into soul. This unit get +5. So this is the grade 2 for Unica. Almagestar Turan Dina. This unit is ruled upon by Astroya. Choose choose a Almagestar Schwartz Parda from your soul, call that to rear. Call that card and discard to rear. If you have vanguard with Almagestar in its card name, CB1, choose 2 trigger units from your drop and put them in soul, and this unit get +5. Burakan Manticore. During your turn, if your bind zone has 2 or more trigger units, this unit gets +10. Alaram Capricornus. When this unit boosts, if you have vanguard with Almagestar in its card name, choose up to 1 trigger unit from your hand or drop. Put into soul. If you put a trigger from your hand, draw a card. Almagestar Schwartz Parda. And this unit is rolled upon by Dinah, soul charge 2. And if a critical trigger was soul charged, draw a card. Act on the rearguard circle once per turn. If your opponent's vanguard is grade 3 or greater, bind a trigger unit from soul, and this unit gets +10. Diabolus Girls Trish. If you are in final rush, this unit gets +5k power and shield. This is the starter, Almagestar PP Small G for Unica. Gravidia Gaugini. When this card is put into soul from deck, if you have vanguard with Nordinger in this card name, you may call this card to a back row rearguard circle. So when you soul charge it, you can call it the rear. Back row. Blue Deathster Saxon Oshful. When this plays on rear, soul +2, choose a grade 2 strategy card from your drop and put it into your hand. Blue Deathster Heavenly Death Race Delvain. When this unit is rolled upon by grade 3 with Avant-Garde in its card name, if your soul has a blue Deathster Sora, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 strategy card, reveal it, put your hand, shuffle deck. If you do not reveal, you may call this card to rear. Blue Deathster Dark Verdict Vindanis. When this unit is rolled upon by Stelvain, if your soul has a Sora, search deck for a grade 1 strategy card, reveal it, put hand, shuffle. If you did not reveal card, you may call this card to rear. Blue Deathster Ruri Turning. So +1, discard a card from hand, choose a grade 1 strategy card from drop and put it into your hand. And then this is the starter for Avant-Garde. Blue Deathster Sora period. Shock Strategy Death Winds. When this card is put into soul from the order zone, if your opponent's vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose one of your vanguards and it gets, when this unit attacks, all your front row unit get +5 at the end of turn. Bomber Strategy Dusting. When this card is put to soul from the order zone, choose one of your vanguards and at the end of turn it gets +10. Your opponents cannot intercept and cannot play blitz orders. Divine Sister Amaretti. Con to rearguard circle during turn. All Divine Sisters Castella and Spumone on the rearguard circle get +5k. Destruction Dragon. Durgeror Dragon. So this was in the trailer for the set, but it was just common. When this card is discarded from hand during your turn, if you have a vanguard with Youthberg in its card name, CB1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it, and put choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. No, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and put it on the bottom of their deck. Reverence Rush Dragon. This is used a lot in premium. On place, on rear guard from hand, soul +1, choose a grade 2 or greater card from your drop, put it on the top of your deck. Divine Sister Casatella. When this unit is placed on rear, soul +2, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 Spumone from among them, call it to rear in the same column as this unit. Cut off Angel, Guardian. If your opponent's vanguard is grade 2 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k shield. Knight of Asepsis, Legita. Active your card circle once per turn, so that's one. Look at top card of your deck. And this unit get plus 2 on the end of turn. Knight of Heavenly Signs, Beflice. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if you have Vanguard with Bastion's card name, choose any number of your grade 3 or greater rear guards, move them to Guardian Circle, and all of the moved units get plus 5k shield until end of battle. Interesting. So can be like 30k shield max, but you lose your board. Just Divine Sisters Mon, and this unit boosts Castella, draw, choose a card from hand, put it in the bottom of the deck, and this unit gets plus 2k at the end of turn. 7k base. When this unit attacks, CB1, retire a plant token, and this unit gets plus 10 at the end of turn. Burly Axe Beetle. During your turn, if you have a bulky saw stab on your rearguard circle, this unit gets plus 10. Bulky saw stab. During your turn, if you have a Burly Axe Beetle on your rearguard circle, this unit gets plus 10. So they're both 23k when they're both on the field. Genius Wise Wolf Granfia, Vanguard Circle. If your rearguard circle has a plant token and your soul has a Granfia, so future Suzerain Granfia, when you ride a grade 3 card with Granfia and discarding from your right deck, you can ride without discarding a card from hand. Sylvanhorn Beast Tesserae. During the 6th battle Armor of this turn, this get plus 10. Future Suzerain Granfia. With this unit dropped upon by Genius Wise Wolf Granfia for a plant token. Moldy Shooter. Rearguard Circle, Guardian Circle. If you unguard with Fabric's Cunning, plus 2k and 5k shield. Plus 2k power, 5k shield. Grade 0 of Granfia, Kind Lordling Granfia. So these are the Grifo cards. Grifo Seed, you can have a total of 5 cards in your right deck made up of this card, 3 Calamity cards, and an Overtrigger. This unit gets plus 2k for each Calamity card with a different card name in your soul. Auto Vanguard Circle, at the beginning of your main phase, choose a Calamity card from your right deck, put it to soul, put 3 Calamity cards from soul. So wait, so what? At the beginning of your main phase, choose a Calamity card from your right deck, put it in your soul, put 3 Calamity cards from soul that were in right deck into right deck face up, and search your hand or deck for up to 1 Dragon 3 of Ecliptic Decimation Grifogila, ride it as stand, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. If you roll the card, choose 2 of your rearguard circles and put a Dragon Tree marker on each of them. Looming Demise, CB1, search your deck for a 1 Calamity card, reveal it and put to hand. Innocuous Metamorphosis, CB1, search your deck for up to 1 Calamity card, reveal it, put to hand. So just the same skills, just different art. And that's it for this set. These are just the FFRs. Dragon Togachi and discarded from hand during your turn, you may put this card into your soul. Diabolos Madonna Megan, when you see an attack for a Fun Rush, this unit gets plus 10k on the end of turn. Evolution Monster Mobile Mine. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If your order zone has a set order, put this into your soul. Counter charge 1. Angel, and then the battle is boosted. Soul plus 1, retire your unit draw. Spring Maiden Elenia, when this unit is placed from rear guard from hand, silver 1, soul plus 1. Choose a grade 2 or less card from your drop. Call it to rear, and it gets plus 5. Trick mode, this unit is placed from rear guard. Circle from drop is counter charge. Dress boost, auto rear guard circle. When this unit boosts, the boosted unit gets plus 10k until end of battle. For each card, your sealed Blaze Maiden Bavsagra is armed with. So like 25k mostly. Brainwash Swirler, when this unit is placed on rear, soul charge 1. And when you're auto on rear, when your card is put into soul by soul charge, if your vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5. Cardinal Draco Masuria, cost act on rear guard, cost retire Shadow Army token. This unit gets plus 10 on the end of turn. If the ability was activated for the third time this turn, this unit gets crit. Oh, so it's not once per turn, so you can just keep on doing it. Heavenly Pike of Solicitation, Cornvox, so this one is this unit. Look at top 3 cards from the top. Look at 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or greater unit with a different card name from this unit among them. Call it the rear and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Blue Artillery Dragon and then Post Dragon. At the end of the battle, this unit attack grade 3 or greater vanguard. If it was the first battle of this turn, your vanguard is flagwork, so plus 1 stand. At the end of your turn, if the total number of attacks this turn is 4 or more, put this to soul draw. Noble Rose token. This unit cannot be moved to other circles if you have a vanguard with Grand Phoenix card name. All of the following effects are active. When you would place a plant token on the rear guard circle, put it as this unit's gauge instead. This unit gets plus 5 for each of this unit's gauge when you would retire a rear guard as cost. When you would retire a rear guard as cost, if it can be paid by retiring plant token rear guards, it can also be paid by discarding plant gauges. So the plant token Dragon 3. This represents a Dragon 3 marker that cannot be put in a deck. During your turn, if you have Vanguard with Dragon 3 or a Maskess in its card name, all of the units in the circle get plus 5.